Obviously, I'm no expert. Um, Comes from a family who were divorced when I was a sophomore in high school. Father remarried when I was a junior. Mom split from us. I was in eighth grade, I think. First, we knew nothing of where she was, and we knew who she was with, obviously, but we didn't know where they were living and stuff like that. Well, it turned out they ended up living a few cities away from us, about an hour away from us. And for a while, they had visitations, or my mom had visitations. Of course, she was living with her boyfriend. Everything seemed okay. Well, time went on and little things happened, like you said. They were supposed to be home at a certain time for a certain reason when they did go to see her, and that was never strictly enforced. The visitations were, at first, mutual agreement. However, after a while, and different things that they went to a court order. The divorce was final and stuff. Well, you know, little by little, this stupid shit kept happening, and my brothers were always coming home very upset, very stressed out, and I, yeah, well, my stepmother was one. Or my mother, I should say, was one who she didn't care. Um, Her boyfriend basically took over the rule of the house and dominated her in such a way that she basically lost herself. She wasn't all right in the head to begin with, but you know they would go out, and my brothers were, I don't think they were quite 10 years old, to the mall or to a ballpark or a regular park even, and they would want ice cream or a hot dog or something, and he would always say no, we don't have the money for it, and yada yada. And yet he would go and buy all the soda and all the ice cream and stuff he wanted. And I can understand where somebody may think, well, okay, at least they have that in their life. But you know what? I don't agree with that. I don't think that, you know, something something like that, the behavior like that should be tolerated at all. And that's just my opinion for, and it could be totally off. I mean, granted, like I said, I'm no expert, but I know how I feel about it, and I know how I felt about it being at that age and seeing what my brothers went through. I didn't go through it because when my mother left us, I basically said I wanted nothing to do with her. I can understand your frustration. I can understand anger, and I think it's just. Sure, but I think it's just. He should have any kind of contact with her because of that, because he doesn't have the respect and the love for his own little girl. To have those things is what is needed to be a father and to be a dad, and he's not showing any of that. Hopefully, if you don't accept this, you will kind of get an idea of where I'm coming from. And yeah, I'm sorry if I've gotten off track a little bit and I've kind of ranted and whatever, but I can understand where you're coming from. I'm not a parent myself for many reasons, but I could definitely see your views, and I agree with your views in a lot of ways. So, in my opinion, no. I see him or go to any kind of function. Hope it kind of helps.